Hello, friend. This is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com. Today, we'll talk about one of the most important ideas and principles in choosing a business model. I get a lot of questions about, well, should I do this? Or there's a course over here, should I take it? And many of these things can be good, but the problem is so often, especially in courses and things, the motive is to show you how to make the most profit only. And you may say, well, what's wrong with that? Well, but the problem is, those things often are very short term because you're not doing the right thing for the right reasons, and it just doesn't work out long term for so many people. Especially if you're new enough that you need a course for it, it's very likely you're going to make mistakes, and when you're not coming at it from the right perspective, you only have the profit motive, it will lead to disaster. So I want you to consider when you're thinking about a business to get into, your chief priority above profit should be, is this product, is this service going to provide the best value for my customer? If you're knowingly selling some junk made overseas that you know is garbage, you know it's not good, doesn't provide good value, you know there's way better versions of it on the marketplace for less than what you're selling yours for, you can't be a success doing that. If you have any kind of clean conscience, you can't do that because you know you're not doing the right thing for your customers. And you may get profit short term, but it will not last. It can't last. Too many people find that out, and they find it out the hard way. You know, if you're getting on a platform to sell in their marketplace and you're selling a bunch of junk and you get yourself run off the platform, then you want to reform yourself and start selling good things, what are you going to do? You've already been kicked off. Now you need to really take this into consideration. This doesn't mean that the product has to have the most value in the world. It has to be equal to curing diseases or anything like that. Of course not. It could be a little toy that somebody would benefit from because their child would get it and be happy and be blessed by it. It doesn't matter the amount of value for that particular item. Just that it has value and the customer buying it is going to get the value they're expecting from it. Obviously, if somebody's buying a $4 toy from you, they're not expecting the same value as when they buy a car. So there are differences. It depends on what you're selling. If you're selling a high quality supplement for somebody's health, do you really want to outsource that supplement to companies overseas somewhere where there's shady laws and requirements for quality control and there's no real consistency in the plant's manufacturing practices? Or do you want to provide something that you know is reputable, you know everything is exactly what you're claiming it's going to be in that supplement, and your customer will get exactly what they are buying, the value they are buying? So this is fundamentally important in business and in life in general. Provide the most value. Wallace Wattles had a great quote in his book, The Science of Getting Rich, that was, I may be paraphrasing, but I think it was this exactly, that you should leave people with the impression of increase. That's a powerful mindset. If you're thinking everywhere I'm going, people are left with the impression of increase, and this obviously translates into your business. Are these customers, your clients, feeling like they got better, even more than they had imagined from your product, from your service? Are they going to feel like, this is cheap, or this isn't good enough, this isn't what I expected, I wanted something better? Really think about that. Now, if you don't know yourself, then ask other people. Show them your product, or tell them about your service, perform it for them for free, if that be the case, and get real honest feedback about it. Now, this may take you going to strangers even, or friends of a friend, so people who don't necessarily care about you, so they're not going to lie to you and tell you everything's great when it's not. Because sometimes if you go to friends and family, they don't want to hurt your feelings, so they're going to tell you, oh, this is great, when it's not. And trust me, the customers and your clients, they will tell you it's not good if it's not. But oftentimes I think most people know. You know in your gut that you're providing the best quality, the best service for the amount of money that people are paying. Now, this doesn't mean if you're selling a little watch that's a silicone band and everything, and it's just an inexpensive watch for people to use randomly, that it's going to have the same quality as a Rolex? Of course not. It's not going to provide that same value. That's not what I'm talking about. Your product doesn't have to, at a $20 price point, provide $100 worth of value. But it has to at least provide $20 worth of value, and preferably a little bit more. That doesn't always mean you have to pay more. Sometimes people are going around trying to find the cheapest thing, and yet it costs them more in the long run because they're having to get returns all the time. And those add up real quick. Because some of these platforms, these marketplaces, you get a return. Not only are you losing the initial shipping fee, but you're losing the return fee and additional fees. And if you get enough returns, your account will be closed completely and you'll be banned. So you need to get this right. Now, the reason to get it right is not for all those negative things that could happen, but because you want to do the best for your customer. You want to provide the best service for your client. And when you go with that in mind, and with any business, especially if it's brand new, it's going to take time. You're going to have some learning hurdles. That's all right. But if you keep at it, and that's your intent, is to truly provide the best for your customer, truly provide them that value that they're paying for, that they expect, you will absolutely become a success in that business. Because I talk to so many people, and so often it is only a profit motive. And of course you want to make profit, but one of the secrets of business that many people don't seem to grasp is the best way to make a profit is to provide the best value for your customer. That's why places like Walmart can get by with a profit of 1 or 2%, but because they provide so much value for their clientele who like what they provide, doesn't matter if you like it, but the people who go to Walmart like what they provide, and then they do it on such a massive scale, they were able to build up to such a massive scale that while 1 or 2% is so minuscule, but because they're so massive, it's a lot of money. But they do have things in place to provide the best value. You can return something within 90 days. You don't even need a receipt. I mean, they just do all these things to provide good customer service for their customers. So figure out what your customers want, meet that need in a good way, that when they give you their money, they feel like they're getting the best value. They feel like they're getting value from a company that actually cares about them, truly wants to provide the best, because that goes a long way. People sense that. And the most obvious way they can sense it is in the quality of the product, in the quality of the service that you're providing. That shows them that you really care. You're providing a sloppy service, you're providing a cheap, junky product that breaks initially when they open the box, they'll know for sure that you don't care about them having the best experience, that you don't care about providing the best service for them. And long term, that will lead to failure. So my friend, let me reiterate, provide the best value. Any business venture you're going into, consider the value you're going to provide to your customers, the value you're going to provide to your clients. Go with that as the top priority, and the profit will follow, and great profit at that. My friend, I pray this is a blessing for you. May God bless you richly.